Hi everyone, Turd Flinging Monkey, how you doing? I was getting my daily dose of red pills from Sandman this morning in his video MGTOW Mindset, which I'll link to in the description, and it reminded me of a video Stardust made about a month ago called The Frontier of the Self, The Empty Identity, which I'll also link to. Both videos involve the concept of internal validation and not caring what other people say or think of you. This is vital for men going their own way. Our gynocentric society uses shame as its primary tool to trap and enslave men. If you don't sacrifice your life for women, you're not a real man. If you don't treat women like their vagina is made of gold, you're gay. MGTOW are told they're hurting society, or at least turning their back on society, like they should feel guilty about it. If you don't squish your balls between your thighs on the subway, you're shamed for having balls. I'm also linking to a Bane666 video called The Gender Dilemma Episode 1, which goes into detail regarding the shaming involved in the manspreading campaign, link in the description. In society, men are judged by what they do, while women don't have to do anything to be valued by society. A common saying that is often cited is that women are human beings and men are human doings. Men are their occupation and not simply men. When someone asks a man, "What are you?" they will usually answer in regards to their occupation. "Oh, I'm a farmer," or "I'm a doctor," or even "I'm a father." Our validation only exists as it relates to and benefits others. This is a dangerous trap that makes men extremely vulnerable to guilt and often keeps them chained to the service of gynocentric society. So how can we overcome this? I'm not sure if there's a universal answer or if each man must find his own internal sense of identity. I will share what I personally have done in my own life to achieve this, although I can't promise it will work for you or anyone. My hope is that you find some value in what has worked for me in my own life. For me, the secret to internal validation and identity is to set goals for yourself that don't involve anyone else. These goals must be practical and measurable. Ask yourself what you want, why you want it, how you will get it, and when you will get it. This becomes your goal and the journey begins immediately. The goal needs to be specific and entail a method for obtaining it. It can't simply be a wish or a New Year's resolution. It has to have milestones that you can track and work towards every day. I'm not saying that you need to always be doing something. Rest is very important, and sometimes you need to, quote-unquote, recharge your batteries. But if you're ever bored, that's your mind's way of telling you to do something productive. And if you have measurable goals, you'll know what you should be doing at that moment. As you work towards your goals, you'll surely stumble, make mistakes, and miss your own self-imposed deadlines. However, you know your own level of effort, and you are your only judge. Even if you haven't reached your goal, you know your progress, and you can draw from that as validation, and ignore the people who attempt to shame you and attempt to influence you into following them in their path. This could be the difference between life and death. If your identity is tied up in your relationships to others, your job, your friends, your wife and children, those can all be taken away from you. You could be fired, your friends could change or move away, you could get divorced and your children could be taken away. Now what are you? You're not a farmer or a doctor or whatever you were. You're not a husband or a father anymore. Sure, you're paying child support, but that doesn't make you a father any more than taxpayers are fathers to the millions of children being supported by welfare. So what are you? If you have no internal validation, you're nothing. You're an empty shell without life or purpose, which is why so many men commit suicide under these circumstances. If you have an internal identity defined by your own dreams and goals, you do have purpose. You have a mind capable of creative thought and the hands to make those thoughts manifest. You have a value only limited by yourself. Remember, you are your only judge. There is a saying that those with nothing to lose are capable of anything. And this is often used to describe desperate men who commit heinous acts of violence because they don't care if they die, and indeed probably wish to die. However, examine that statement again with a different perspective. A perspective of life not defined by others, but by your own dreams and goals. A life defined by you and only you. Those with nothing to lose are capable of anything.